Yesterday at lunch, I bit my tongue.
You really want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Good morning, Chia Lincoln. It is Thursday, January 132011.
2011. Yesterday, we were eating Chinese food together, as we often do. Not celebrating anything particular, just having lunch.
Well, it's warm when it's so cold. It's very comforting.
And as we are exiting the Chinese restaurant, Link comes up to me. He's like, I bit my tongue in there. Can you tell? He sticks his tongue out, and it is literally dripping blood. It's like it's beginning to fork. It's like someone took a machete. It's like he's at the beginning. He's at the initial stages of a tongue operation.
Well,
It was horrendous.
well.
So I said, yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, I could taste the blood, and I wasn't going to say anything to you about it. But when it happened, I thought that I had maybe bit the tip of my tongue off. Now it's been a day, but I'm gonna show it to you. It heals very quickly.
Tongues
but
heal quickly. I don't know if you can see that very well, but the tongue and generally
my tongue is much longer
the
than that.
inside of your
I'm only
mouth.
showing you the tip of it.
the inside of your mouth heals more quickly than anything because
Thank goodness.
you know you injure it all the time. You don't even know it.
Oh my gosh, it's so painful, and it just your whole body, just everything comes to a halt whenever you bite your tongue. Do you bite your tongue often?
Well,
You commiserate with me. But here's my thing. Got a big truck going by. Give us honk honk. He wasn't looking. Blocking our light. Okay, so we were eating Chinese food. The reason why I didn't say anything at the moment was because
it's embarrassing.
your first instinct when you bite your tongue is, I hope nobody saw that. It's kind of like falling on the ice, like I also did yesterday. I fell in my driveway.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell you about that either.
Had a bad day yesterday.
It's like, I'm eating the Chinese food, and then it's like, bam, I bite the end of my tongue, and then it's like, ugh! It's like your whole body freezes up. Your mouth just like opens up, and it's like,
you go into survival mode.
it's just like, don't chew any more.
Because your brain realizes that your body is now beginning to consume itself.
Yeah, it's like, stop.
And if this continues, you'll die. So the brain freezes you up. But the thing about Link is...
I didn't know if you saw that happen. It's like, I feel like that was like a minute of...
I didn't see it.
It's like, why is Link
I didn't notice. I noticed it when you stuck the bloody tongue out, though. That was when I definitely noticed.
frozen at lunch?
But people, listen. This is the thing. This happens to Link all the time. Now, listen, I bite my tongue. I don't think that Link's tongue is that much bigger than mine. I think we probably have average-sized tongues. I don't know. We've never measured them. But I think, in general, it's not about tongue size. It's not about mouth size, because my mouth size is smaller than yours, actually.
Yeah.
So I should be biting my tongue all the time, right? See, look. I have a big mouth. I have a relatively small mouth. I believe that Link bites his tongue a lot more often than me, and a lot more often than you, probably, because he has chewed, chomped down, maybe 10 times as much as an average person in his life.
I'm an over chewer. I'll admit to that.
So it's a risk thing. The statistical risk has been greatly exaggerated because you have so many opportunities to bite your tongue. But Link, explain why you chew so often, because this goes back to his childhood.
Well, I blame my Nana.
Yeah.
If you look back on our second channel, which is this channel, you'll see one video called Nana Driver, and where I talk to Nana. Mm-hmm. She was a dental assistant for many years, her entire life, and I remember as a kid, she'd make me lunch, and she'd sit down and she'd say, "Now every time you take a bite, you should chew 30 times."
Which is insane.
I don't know why she told me that, but it's just like, given my personality type and my age and how much I loved my Nana, it was gold. I was like, okay,
Do you really grasp on to things like that? You got a little OCD, maybe a lot of OCD in you. It just, so you grasp hold of that, and you were like, 30 times I'm going to do it. And he's done it I mean, you go out and eat some Chinese food, or it doesn't matter what. It could be pudding. You go out and eat pudding with Link, and you're both eating pudding, which we don't do that on a regular basis.
Let's get some pudding, Rhett.
Pudding for lunch. But I look over there, and he'll be chewing pudding or yogurt, and he's really getting it.
We've decided to illustrate this situation in hopes that I can find people of like mind or like habit who will comment and say, Link, you're not abnormal.
So time for a demonstration.
Yeah, I got a peanut butter Snickers from my stocking. My mom still gives me a Christmas stocking.
It's a Santa Claus.
And
Look at that.
well, it's chocolate. They've seen it. I also showed them the bump on the end of my tongue, so they're not really very appetized at this point. Let's break this thing in half. And
is that equal sizes? You know what? Give me the bigger one.
I'll give you the bigger piece.
I mean, mine's at least 30% bigger than yours right now. Okay, but we're gonna chew this thing, and I just want you to count how many times you chew. Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to count how many times you chew, and I'll do the same thing. Okay.
3, 2, 1. I'm done, actually. Yours is a little bigger.
I chewed 31 times.
37 times.
Okay, so mine was 30% bigger than yours, which means I should have chewed 30% more than you, right? So I should have chewed about 45 times.
Well, that's my problem. But I don't want to swallow. I'm not a snake. I'm not going to swallow stuff
That really
whole.
wasn't a great demonstration, Link.
What?
Because
I chewed more than you.
You chewed more than me on a smaller piece, so it kind of proved the point. But I don't think it really illustrated. I mean, sometimes I just stop and just watch you chew. And I'm amazed at how many times you're chewing. I think you're just trying to show off for the people.
Look at me. I can chew like a normal person. I don't know. You be the judge. You let us know what you think. If we need to do a recount, we can do that.
Well, I'm a little disappointed in that. And I thought you would probably bite your tongue, if not for just show.
You hear that? It's music from the beginning of our
That's right.
show.
Before we check in with Chia Lincoln, like we always do as part of the show, we are going to take a moment, talk about our intro music. As much as you would like to believe that the intro music to Good Morning Chia Lincoln is one of us playing the piano,
It's not.
it is actually from royaltyfreemusiclibrary.com. And if you look back on a bunch of our videos, main channel, Rhett and Link, and second channel, Rhett and Link 2.
When you hear background music, it's music that we've gotten from their library, which is great. Let's turn our attention to this Chia president. The 16th president was somebody said in the comments yesterday that he kind of started to look like Caesar, like he had the laurels on the side of his head. Well, we got a little bit more growth on top now. Not on the very top. It's still a reverse mohawk in some senses.
I think we're going to have a full-blown Chia here before we know it.
I'm starting to wonder, are we going to be able to eat this thing when we're done?
I threw away the instructions. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do that or not.
I wonder if it's chewy.
We'll see you tomorrow. That'll be Friday, January 14th. Good Morning Chia Lincoln will be here. Will you?